Hello everyone. Hope you are having a peaceful Sunday, you and your family. No matter what the week is like, you know on Sundays the red rice must be going down with some fancy cooking meats and sides to be complemented by some nice beverages. Take time out to have a moment with your loved ones today. You'll be glad you did. So this week I heard of a very tear-gripping story of a mother who lost her only child Taj Chung, who had just turned 20 years old in April this year 2023. Gillian Campbell is a public relations executive at one of Jamaica's very influential companies and the mother of Taj Chung, and she has vowed to stop at nothing to ensure those responsible for the brutal murder of her 20-year-old son on Tuesday night, the 25th of July 2023, are brought to justice. In her own words, "I'm empty, I'm angry, I'm distraught, I have no purpose. I am not going to stop until I get to the bottom of this. My son is not in a gang or anything like that. He was my little sweetheart," she said, trembling. The story is around 9 p.m. Tuesday night, Taj, who was staying with his sister in the Mona area in St. Andrew, where he left and went to a store nearby. On his way back home, he was attacked at the vicinity of Mona Road. He was attacked and robbed of his phone and wallet. His mother said in previous conversations she has had with him, he was always agreeing with her material things don't matter, and if someone stops you and they want to take your phone or wallet, give it to them. It does not matter because things can be replaced, but your life can't. However, she says as he got older, he said, "Mommy, I still believe I should do that, but if they are taking something from me in an harmful way, I'm going to defend myself." And his mother, Gillian Campbell, thinks he may have tried to defend himself. He was then stabbed to death and later succumbed to his injuries at the hospitals. You know what is funny? Is you'd be surprised at who is doing these crimes. They are mostly young youths, don't even reach 23 years old. My son is about 18 years old at the time. He was walking from his friend's home on the next road, now in the same neighborhood. It's a middle class neighborhood, and the sad part about that, the neighborhood is very quiet and the roads lonely, as most of the people just drive past. Most people don't really have time to stand at their gates. They are inside and the criminals know this. So if you happen to be walking or just driving in when the criminals are driving through or walking through or riding through, you are an opportunity for them. Worse if you don't have a piece to defend yourself. Anyway, my son was walking home from his neighboring friend's house. On the upper side of the road, he sees a group of about 6 boys. He said to himself, "This no look safe at all." So when he reached closer, they crossed over to his side of the road. So he quickly crossed over to the side they had crossed from. All this time, he sees no one, no cars coming or anything. As I said, the road's lonely. So when they cross back to the side he is now on, he said to himself, "Ah boy, this is it. I am relaying it the way he told me." Anyway, same way as a mother, I always say, if the situation should happen where anybody hold you up, just give them what you have. It don't worth your life, as they can be bought again. Anyway, he says when the guys got up close to him, they started patting his pocket while blocking his pathway. Still, not one vehicle driving past or anyone in sight. Anyway, the guy who seems to be the head of the team walked up and said, "Dog, what a gwan?" Took the phone from one of his team and gave it back to my son and asked, "Oh, your brother?" My son, still in shock and confusion, realized he's a youth that he had known from when he was going to prep school. They then greet each other and chatted, and the guy telling his other friends, "Is the G this, him teach me how to play games, I know boys will be boys, they go into their game language." And telling the other guys there how him respect and rate my son and his bigger brother, and telling him how his brother used to bring games and give him at school, and how his bigger brother is the real G, and how he used to teach him the games at school. Even though my son was glad to see him, all this time the shock and everything, he was already weak in the stomach. But he keep up the facade, and keep talking. Anyway, they click our finger and walked away. My son says he is in shock and surprise that this youth is doing these things. Because at the time when they went to prep school, that prep school was in the top 5 most expensive prep school in Jamaica. And he came from a family supposedly have things. So what is he doing looking so rough and robbing people? However, my son was so grateful and shocked as he escaped something. When he got home and was telling me all this, man, he was even too weak to even eat. Because I remember I said adrenaline did start pump already, and he was in shock and everything, And then surprised him escape whatever could have happened, As they had already pulled knives on him and took the phone. I thank God every day. It's not what man say, it's what God say. Because I know I would have lost my mind. Just know, say, he never walk to his friend's house ever again. Because these kind of youths prowl around the neighborhood in vehicles, bikes, bicycles, and on foot, and are looking for the next unsuspected victim. So my heart goes out to you, Miss Campbell, on the loss of your son, Tad Strong. As you said, he was a promising young man. I can imagine the hopes you had for him. You know what really hurts bad? Is when I see parents burying their children. It was not meant to be this way. The climate in Jamaica is hell on earth. They can't just rob you and make you live. Them have to kill you. You understand? They never have no vision to say, okay, maybe they can come rob you again. You understand? They make you go on and go try again, no man. We have to be looking out of our third eye. And we really need a fourth eye right now. God only knows it's too much. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.